There is a lot of music in the background across the street at the stadium. I think they might be getting ready for a concert of some sort. But we are right here at the north shore of Pittsburgh, right near where the three rivers meet. And I think this sign signifies where we are. Going under this archway here, and this man sitting on this pedestal is the one and only Mr. Rogers. Right down here on the north shore of Pittsburgh. There he is, tying his sneaker like he did in every show of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And it just so happens that this statue, this bronze figurine, was created by the same artist who sculpted the Albert Einstein statue for the Albert Einstein Memorial. Incredible to think, isn't it? Mr. Rogers is immortalized forever in bronze here on the north shore of Pittsburgh. Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Thank you. You can see Point State Park over there. And this here, that track is a tram car that goes all the way up that hill. And there just so happens to be an overlook right up there for everyone to get a bird's eye view of the city of Pittsburgh, which is actually right there. That is downtown city Pittsburgh. And Mr. Rogers sits right along the shoreline. This area is very special, was very special to Fred as well, because way back when, this was a favorite hangout spot of his. And he used to swim in this very river along the north shore of Pittsburgh. Now standing outside the John Heinz History Center in downtown Pittsburgh, because keeping up with the theme today, they happen to have a Mr. Rogers Neighborhood exhibit. So let's go check it out, shall we? From what we understand, they have a pretty darn nice exhibit in here. Now, I've seen videos on YouTube about it. I've read about it. Jeff Strell, you know him as Jeff Strell Music. He has told me many great things about this place. And so, but I have not feasted my eyes on it myself. So now today, myself and Tony, we're gonna go get a chance to see it. So follow us. All right, we are now inside. This is the first floor, which is the automobiles. The 1936 Ford Duluth sedan with stainless steel body from Brackenridge. I think it would be neat to own one of these cars back in the day. This here looks like it was probably considered more or less luxury, as luxury as you could have gotten back in the day. The 20-inch Rodman gun, 1864. You know, I think that might be a good thing, even though I know they plugged it up for posterity purposes. But how cool is that? A huge cannon gun from back in the day. You know, back in the day, if you were around, it would probably not be a good idea to go poking your head in one of those things, because especially if it's at a time of war, you may not have a head by the time it's done. This conductor here is saying this way to the bus. The Pittsburgh trolley bus, that is. And you can see what it originally looked like and how it looks like now. And let's go and take a look at it, shall we?
That power was electricity. By 1896,
right here, I guess, is where you would have paid your fee. Zoom out there a bit. Focus is terrible, though.
Several companies merged to form the Pittsburgh Railways Company. Houses sprang up along the new streetcar lines. Downtown turned into a center for offices and shops. Pittsburghers moved out of the city and rode the streetcars into downtown to work or shop. Rush hour was frantic, crowded, and often unpleasant.
Hanging on outside by bar and grave.
They had all these advertisements, including the Heinz products, which we all know is ketchup, mustard, relish, stuff like that. And it all originated right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You can see there was a nice two-seater back here.
Sorry, this is an interurban trolley. There isn't a local service until we pass Drake.
Interurban cars.
You'll have to take a trolley with local service. All aboard for Cannonsburg, Houston, and Washington.
Starting in 1889, interurban trolleys traveled to places as far away as
Heinz tomato ketchup contains no benzate of soda. Benzoate. Sorry. Nowadays, my dad would be like, I won't eat that. It has high fructose corn syrup. My dad's a real stickler for no high fructose corn syrup, or high fructose corn syrup, he likes to call it.
Does this trolley go to the Nixon Theater?
No, I'm
Heinz mustard dressing.
This car stops at Kennywood Park via the Carnegie Music Hall and Museum, Forbes Field, and the Duquesne Garden.
Pittsburghers rode trolleys for every reason. To go home, to go to work, or to go someplace fun. You could take the trolley to a show, a sports event, or even to ride a roller coaster.
That's Kennywood they're referring to.
Often and everywhere. To Horns for shopping and lunch in the tea room. To transfer via the crosstown streetcar. To the trolleys that took us to the Nixon Theater to see Ethel Barrymore in The Coroner's Dream. Or to the Pittsburgh Athletic Club for swimming lessons.
To relieve the congestion at the front entrance of the Carnegie Music Hall, all streetcars on Forbes Street going east will not stop between the Hotel Shenley and the east side of Belfield Avenue. Streetcars going west towards the city will not
Smoking
stop
prohibited.
entrance to Shenley Park.
Big step.
November 2nd, 1899.
I remember one time, I was 5 or 6, whatever. But my mom took all of us from a streetcar to a streetcar in town. And then to transfer.
And let's exit. Over here you can see the gift shop. I'm pretty sure they have some nice Mr. Rogers things in there. And the light is terrible. I really need to get a professional vlogging camera if I'm going to continue this stuff. Oh, there's a Mr. Rogers thing. You what?
I said I want a picture.
All right. So. This is the Bantam, whatever it is, reconnaissance car, or BRC-40, made by American Bantam Car Company in 1941. Kind of looks like something you would see in MASH or something like that. I love that episode where BJ Honeycutt first shows up on the scene and Hawkeye ends up having Radar steal the general's car coming out of the officers club after sneakily getting Radar in there saying that he's a corporal captain. Because their Jeep had been stolen, so they go into the officers club and then they come out and a general's Jeep pulls up and Hawkeye says, "Radar, look, it's our Jeep." Radar says, no, it's the general's Jeep. No, you see, it's our Jeep. They just put general flag on it. Look, quiz me. Let me guess, don't tell me. It's olive drab. It's a good show, MASH. I love that show. Getting in the elevator now, going to level 4. This is the special collections area. And just around the corner here, I think we will... Oh my gosh. There it is. The tree from the neighborhood of make-believe. And there is the set of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Once in a while you find one, someone so filled with love. They put a special sparkle in whosever life they touch. I know that God creates them and sends them from above. A little piece of heaven, heaven sent with love. And when he sings, won't you be my neighbor? It means the world to me. He shows me things in the songs he sings, and he wants me to be me. And when he sings, it's such a good feeling to know just where he'll be. He's in that land of make-believe. He's my neighbor there for me. Since I was a young boy, I've watched you on TV. I've seen you change your shoes and sing, "You're special to me." And now my young boy watches It means the world to me. He shows me things in the songs he sings, and he wants me to be me. And when he sings tomorrow, tomorrow, I know just where he'll be. He's in that land of make-believe. He's my neighbor there for me. And since you're gone, your show plays on, and kids still sing with you. Your legacy's alive and well. Your message still shines through. And when I wanna see you, I know just where you'll be. You're in that land of make-believe. You're my neighbor there for me. You're my neighbor there for me.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I'm nerding out here a bit. There's him with the Smiles book. And see, he wore Sperry sneakers. And that's the living room set that we're looking at. And his Smile scrapbook, obviously. The trolley is the top shelf center over there. King Friday's telephone. There's Mr. McFeely's bicycle. Speedy delivery. There's Harriet Elizabeth Cowell's desk from the neighborhood of make-believe. The Owl Correspondence School. And the Royal Telephone. Excellent. You know, I'm not sure if anyone really noticed this, but if you go around the back to this area of the exhibit, which is totally different subjects, and you look over, you can see the back of the Mr. Rogers set. And, sorry for my hands, that might look very familiar. It's the outdoor porch area of the door that he'd enter. I'm gonna see if I can get up here and get a better view. I think I could actually see the door there. There's the back of the castle. look at this. This is some ancient stuff. Sorry for zooming in and out constantly. Once I get a little bit better at vlogging, I'll obviously not be doing all this stuff. Gallagher's Pub. I guess this is on the Native American history of Pittsburgh. This car says, "Do not touch." The Gaines Funeral Home hearse, Cadillac, 1941. A bit morbid, but as the Three Stooges would say, the morbid the merrier. Nyah, 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 nyah. It's no wonder they don't want people touching this. It's so shiny and polished. Mint condition.
And
Yes, sir.
this is, I would drive this every day.
Would you?
Oh yeah. I don't care if it's a hearse. I mean, turn it into an ambulance too. Heck, turn it into a taxi.
Yeah. Look at this stained glass window. This is amazing. The Vanadium window, sorry, by Ruby Brothers Studio.
That one's a Cadillac too. Sorry, I'm a car nut.
Tony's a car nut. I'm a Mr. Rogers nut. But I think it's actually better. It's okay to be both, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You know, I just noticed this too. They have the clothing of Fred Rogers. As human beings, our job in life is to help people realize how rare and valuable each of us really is. That each of us has something special that no one else has or will ever have. Something inside that is unique to all time. It is our job to encourage each other to discover that uniqueness and to provide ways of developing its expression. Fred Rogers. I couldn't have said it better myself. His Banana Republic Liz suit, Liz Claiborne pants, and custom shop clothier's shirt tie, and Dr. Scholl's dress shoes. Those he wore on the show as well. And look at his tie, he has little piano keys on it. Focus. It won't focus, guys, sorry. There we go. This is one of his other knit sweaters. And this is Francois Clemens, Officer Clemens jacket. In 1969, episode Mr. Rogers invited Officer Clemens to soak his feet with him in a kiddie pool. Francois Clemens recalled that he and Fred had many private conversations regarding racism in America. Fred, who loved to swim, had a particularly negative reaction to the segregation of public pools. Although the law stated that public pools had to be integrated, segregation still existed throughout the country. In 1993, after a 10-year absence from the show, Officer Clemens appeared in an episode where he and Fred reenacted their famous foot dip. Continued racial strife in the United States convinced Fred that the message he and Clemens shared in that 1969 episode desperately needed to be shared again. Officer Clemens wore this jacket on episode 1663, which aired on February 24th, 1993. While he and Fred soaked their feet, Officer Clemens sang "Many Ways to Say I Love You." And he really had and still has an incredible voice. These are some of Fred's ties. And Fred McFeely Rogers initialed shoes. Don Brockett, who played Chef Brockett on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, monogrammed these shoes for Fred. One of the first talents hired by Fred for the show, Don became a respected actor in regional theater and television. Note with the shirt in Fred's writing. According to a note that came with the shirt, Fred Rogers wore it when he had taped interior segments of the show and for interviews. Look at that. FR, Mr. Rogers wore the blue shirts every time he taped the interior segments of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and for interviews. And look at this. Here's his shirt, his sweater from Rollins College. Fred transferred from Dartmouth College to Rollins College in Florida to pursue a music degree. While there, he fell in love with fellow music major Joanne Bird. Joanne and Fred bonded over their shared values and sense of humor. While at Rollins, Fred began to work on some of the musical compositions that later became classics on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Okay, the last part of the journey, we're gonna come to the Heinz area. Ketchup and mustard. This is neat. It's like a whole bottle tower of bottles. Tony, sit on one of the Heinz bottles. This is what you call a very small man on a small bottle of ketchup. Look at his face. He's like, huh? Yeah. And the thing is, a lot of it was just new stuff at the time. Look at this. It used to be called ketchup.
Oh, ketchup, yeah.
Yeah. They even had minced meat. Salad cream. Wow, look at this big can of tomato soup. They still have them around nowadays, but they're more by Campbell's. Dehydrated chicken noodle soup. Heinz beans. You know, I read, or I didn't read, but Ringo Starr said that when they went to India with the Maharishi, Ringo actually brought 2 bags along with him. 1 bag full of clothes and another bag full of Heinz beans because he was allergic to so many things. Baked beans pizza. Wow. These are in the different countries. This is Portugal, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and Australia and New Zealand. Hey, Slayman, Kate, if any of you are watching this vlog, let me know if you guys have any of these Heinz products in Brisbane, Queens. Leave me some comments or drop me a line on Facebook and let me know. What is this? Tony, you have any idea what this stuff is? Lemon jelly? Pineapple jelly?
I don't know, that would be one good supreme peanut butter jelly sandwich for me, I know that for sure.
Oh, heck yes. Hey, Heinz, anyone from the Heinz company watching this vlog, please bring back these 2 things. Please.
I'd love to have one.
Heck yeah.
I like the shirt.
You know, this painting here, this mural, looks like it might have been painted by the same artist who painted the Hershey PA mural. It looks very similar to it. Or it could just be 2 different artists completely, but which just makes it look like the same. And I believe this is this John Heinz? Who is this? I don't know. Is this John Heinz? Might be. I think it is. Hi, Mr. Heinz. Thank you for bringing us all these delicious condiments and things, bottles, this town, of course, which you are famous for. But hey, talk to your company. Have them bring back the lemon and pineapple jelly.
It's $3.50. I'm so sorry.
$3.50. That means we gotta get going. We have another obligation that we have to be at. Well, that was really awesome. It was really cool to see all that Mr. Rogers stuff. What? Oh my God, guys, that's gonna do it for today. We got a tow company trying to take our car. I'll see you guys later. Bye.